Wait, I'm keeping on driving that I just almost glitching for myself. Welcome back to Ultimate Driving because it run low on frames because as well as we're driving down to the South Beach all the way down to South as well. So in the last video, I didn't see for this video that the race competition has been completely started already. But I understeer all the way out of here. And looks like I just completely got a lot of power slides. And does it actually gonna be reached on time into this inner town as well? And I'm pretty sure this isn't gonna be going for around here. The last video, I never completely told that we just gonna be reaching out 2310 miles driven. But I got actually going to get all the way for one access to do so as well. So the last time's video, we didn't drive all the way to the highway route 5 because we're on our way to southbound onto the South Beach as well anyways, as we're going to be headed onto the highway as well. So as we're going to be trying to get to the other side first, the bridge has just got told off as we keep on driving down to the south as we speed to get a little bit away for far ahead. So it's going to be for a high-speed area, so we might get to be going for, and one thing is overpowered car, so I'm just going to be left the vehicle alone. And what did it actually spawn was actually nothing. I'll be gonna be seeing go on to the back, and we try to directly to hit the between of those houses. So let's go straight upon top speeds as well. So I pretty use for a Mercedes for the SL65 or some sort of for the SL63. So we're just going to be headed straight down to 230 miles an hour, which is not pretty good, insanely, and we're still going to be going for around here. So first thing, I absolutely drive at 70 miles an hour, which is pretty good, and turns out it turns directly violently for just going to be going around here. As you can see, the airport onto the right or some sort of left as well. So still gonna be miles driven very far ahead. As we're seeing the bridge, as I might get to slow down or something. So we're not gonna be trying to see things out as we're gonna be headed out to for one thing as well. So I don't like to speak this guy for any time for just like any more to do so. And let's get on to jump onto the South Beach for being airborne and tumbled off the cliff as well. So let's press control as I'll be regaining around here for very much as well. So we can't respawn the vehicle as fast as possible, but now we're on automatic mode as well. So continue on south as we're driving all the way down here as very possible. Now still completely started to get out of control as getting a little bit worse as possible. Now we're back in control. There must be some sort of a residential area from over here, so we're gonna be seeing the map and we'll be telling how it's gonna be trying to tell us anyways. So now we're gonna be headed all the way to the for the intersection like these things as well, or some sort of residence area, but it looks like it's just like Radiator Springs going above it, and eventually things are starting to get a little bit out of control with this car. So nobody actually goes on for the convoy from other itself before I might gonna be drive ourselves a truck, which is a bad choice to do so as well. Until we just completely getting out of here for as our hands. So automatic flip is just turned off because I just slightly getting myself out of hand, because this game is actually for roleplay or whatever it is. Still continues southbound for an 8 frames per second, because look how for my performance this was. My computer has finally gotten old, but it looks like I think it's not going to be almost time to retire, but I refuse to quit my channel as well, so we're still good to go as well, because unable to find ourselves a new computer. But instead of for the comic studio as well, I blasted all the way almost 233 miles an hour, and looks like we have arrived around the South Beach, Japan. Was that actually like Japan reference? I think it's time to slow down. But according with all of those speed cameras, so not according to this thing as well, so we're keeping on driving like I quickly should. And despite that, I might hearing for some sort of, but I really don't know what it was. We're here on the South Beach as well. We're here on the South Beach as well. Unless we're almost trying to screw the red light as well. So I bypassed the speed as well. So we're in South 12 as we completely went inside of the town. So once I just reached beyond of this thing, where's the map that I tell this thing as well? The Route 12 is going to be lead into the south and lead them into the roundabout as well, and going into the Interstate 976 north. If I try to exit for this thing, which could lead into the Route 5, which is closed around due to the underdevelopment as well. And I cannot believe this isn't going to be going for a route for this thing. This is actually for an ancient spirit of the highways, or nothing that I just literally said. It's completely abandoned here, so we're going to be trying to across the highway streets. We're still on the green light as well, moving towards 100 miles an hour, and I still have nothing yet, just going to be trying to do so. But starting along with speeding, and I cannot believe we're almost hit towards into the red light. And I cannot believe we're splitting into other kinds of itself. But nothing is actually going to be trying to do this. But nothing is actually trying to stop me anyways. So it's going to be go for a hard left. At 70 miles an hour. So looks like we're got absolutely accidentally into the power slide as well. By turning over. So let's just going to be try to head out and see what it does. But now it's going to be onto the first exit going back to west. As we're here onto the roundabout, I'll be taking onto the first exit in the north. So where does my map tells me is not going to be over here anyways. So it's time to get for myself a main lane. Begin north on Interstate 976. So this highway is becoming more longer than unusual, as we're going to be getting up all the way into the top as well, without getting overpowered for steering like this thing, without getting out of control with this car. Anyways, looks like we're going all the way down to the exit for this interstate like this thing as well. So as you can see, I'll be stopped over here. It will be going to be going for lane 5. So I'll be trying to pull over here. Cape Hansburg as well. So I don't really think this isn't going to be going for here. That must be a Cape Hamburg. the number 5 around, could be the highway number 5, and it was actually closed. But my currency was 281,000 credits. Let's go here, shall we? But it's not going to be going for very to do so. In my sentence, or my sensors, that I pretty looked up for this video along its side for the highway number 5 was actually pretty close, like anyways, as well. So it looks like it's going to be going for getting a little bit close. But as you can see here, the highway is completely under construction, and the road is actually going to be going ahead of closed road as well. But unfortunately, we can't get through because someone's video says we cannot able to get them through as well. Unless we're unable to get through, because according to see this, there is a closed road, and as you can do that bypasses itself, you might be able to get kicked out for something like else. So we might able to read for the menu for this time as well, and you'll be seeing according to the rules as well. So even that using for terms of use or exploiting on a closed roads could be strictly prohibited around here. So, but as you can see for the closed roads as well, so should not gonna be tried. The cheating isn't gonna be pretty allowed according to the closed roads. As for the route number 5 was actually good scenic highway, but unfortunately still under construction. For this update could be enough because the Westover Island is more huge than unexpectedly. And it was actually some sort of massive island. It's not going to be going for a part of this, some sort of Asian highways. So, I'm probably not sure. We're not going to be going for this highway. If you're going to be going through, there is a hidden invisible wall that actually cannot let you through as anymore to do this. Because which means you can't get through unless we're headed on to the other side of this thing as well. So, and now I should be able to go around for routes as well, and I am unable to open the full map as well. So it leads you back into the South Beach, but this time we'll be actually going to be trying to escape one thing. I just completely jumped off in one conclusion as well. So do I just try to respawn as well? And that is how it goes on the backwards as well. And slam down, but not gonna be going for anything it goes. So I will be later to do this as well. That since I'm currently driving around backwards. So I'm pretty overpowered about this car because I have been refused to downgrade because at least that isn't going to be going to do this unless that requires to beat a lot of rivals as well during for my dominance. As we're going to be came up into the hill. Oh dear, this is not going to be pretty good as well. And we really think this video could cost for around for over 16 minutes. And it's gonna be 20 minutes or longer as well. And then slightly overshot as hell. But I think I'm refused to get back on. Unless the car is extremely overpowered as well. But I made it so for my good luck as well. Made it down to the ice pad as well. And we're really sure these roads are completely dangerous on the south side of the island. And that was pretty intimidating as well. But during on to this morning. And another race competition is completely already starts. because unfortunately I'll be missing out anyways. Looks like there currently roads are itself, but I fell off down to the Interstate 976. I ended up going back over here, but it's time to head back all the way up here until I'll be arrive at Westover. Since I just completely teleported to Westover, welcome to Westover like I guessed, it completely updated as well. And there must be an invitation update. And also that you didn't forget about these last two videos. There's a gas station with the Utico gas station as well. Like the Dynaco things as well. Unfortunately, we're about to slow down because there must be some sort of a speed camera. And that the speed limit is going to be 35 miles an hour. So should be gonna be tried to use starting for a cruise mode, and looks like we're about to see for the other side of the map. So we're gonna be skipping all the way, and we're gonna be trying to get all the way to Cape Henlopen State Park, or are we just gonna be trying to pass around for Mount Ashley. So let's continue to drive and roll until this vehicle is going to be going out of fuel that they just didn't save like this for very that much. So we completely turn all the headlights on. Unfortunately, that does not able to work as anyways. As we drive down into the Mount Ashley, over 232 miles an hour, I'm going to be getting for such as for a Chrysler supercar as well, unless we came about for the oversteer for too much as we headed straight to the roundabout, and it's actually rolled over for this very much. I'm not going to be trying to respond at this moment, but I just refuse to do so. So we can't respawn of this vehicle, but I'm actually, the frames per second isn't gonna be right. So I'm should be gonna be going up for this moment, but nothing bad happens is gonna be going for very this time as well. There must be some sort of an orange boxes as well, and that should lead us over here to Mount Ashley. I really think this isn't going to be going for around the highways as well. So where is the route directly going to do this as well? So the tollways for the Interstate 76 is going to be... oh dear. It's actually that I just completely convinced like missed it away. And the Highway 5 is going to be over here. Oops, I just gonna be trying to go back as fast as possible. Where's some sort of tollways as well. And let's just get into this thing as really fast. So, on straight away is the bridge. And it has been 24 hours or over 15 minutes as well. So, this is gonna be the East Interstate 76. And looks like we're gonna be going for a round on this highway, but looks like this is actually pretty tolerable for just around here. Almost missed around here. We missed a bridge, and then we slightly going to hit the pole. Oh dear, oh Jesus Christ. Looks like we're gonna be getting back into the highway. Looks like I just completely jammed myself out of my mind as well. So looks like I need some sort of a powerful vehicle that could bypass like this thing. I need something that we're just gonna be trying to blast things up as well. I driven too fast and a bad performance as well. And look how that I just got from my off-road experience look like. I got things for my extinct. Let's just get all over here and blasted all the way onto 300-mile-per-hour road. As I can let this nitrox to blast around, here goes nothing. I came along to blast anyways as well. It's too short to do this as well. As we blasted 200 miles an hour, the road is closed, but we slightly smashed it off. Oh dear! Oh dear, I might gonna be using for such as donks as well. But I cannot believe this isn't actually gonna be getting things much worse. And we really think that could be the end of this video. The road has completely closed due to it's actually road work for the route number 5. The road has been closed for since then in a while, but unless things have just changed in Westover Islands forever. But I'm afraid I'm gonna be end of this video for around here. So I'm gonna be jumping this off, and probably that was not pretty quick at all. It was a little bit long, but unless it wasn't actually trying to do this as anyways. So if you didn't like of this video for a bad performance of my computer, just go that the game is linked in the description down below, or you try to record a video or some sort of screenshots or record a footage in game as well. Thanks for watching, for all your support, and don't forget that you prepare your recordings already, and the game is linked in description down below. This is Turbo Concept is signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads all later that tomorrow is going to be Pride Month as well. And unless it's going to be the last day of the month or something.